MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Baltimore Orioles. The Pirates look for their 7th straight victory next. Dylan Bundy starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the 1st inning.
So digging in now, Jose Reyes. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Trying to bunt his way on to open the ball game, but he misses it for strike 1. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, D-Row. He's turning April showers into May foulers right now.
There's no doubt about it. This guy has gotten off to a hot start, but it's his ability to use the whole field. That's what's made the difference. He's not just pull happy or trying to push everything the other way. He's taking what the pitcher's giving him.
At the plate, Mike Moustakas, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Moustakas tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, they're seeing this pitcher well right now. They were obviously paying attention in a hitter's meeting. He's found a barrel to the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
Giancarlo Stanton now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike. Ready with the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Here now the 2-2.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Throw won't get him.
Batting first, the first baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Chris Davis at the plate now, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. First delivery to him on the way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
The 0-2 home.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Grounded up the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Carlos Santana is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. The 0-1 offering. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. Garrett Cole will be on the mound for the Buccos. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Digging in, number 3. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here it comes.
1-0.
And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. Oh, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
Now Cole's delivery 2-0. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
The 2-2. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock. And in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Into the box now, Joe Mauer, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutchen is under it. And that's the first out of the inning. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dero, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man. to put one over the wall today.
Eric Hosmer comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. From the stretch.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hosmer in front now, a 3-1 count.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
Full count, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And here is strike 3 called on the fastball. Looked to be about eye level, but it's out number 2 instead.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
So now to the plate, Adam Jones. He swings and grounds it to short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Orioles. Still no score. Now at the plate, Andrew McCutchen. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Andrew McCutchen.
Here it comes. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this is foul for the first strike. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. He was selected in the first round back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys. Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Full count, 3-2. Logan Morrison is on deck. Count is full. Here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him, then serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Settling in now, Logan Morrison. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily. First pitch on its way. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Lined into left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit.
Batting it, the catcher, Taylor Yuku.
In now, Taylor Gutu. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Now the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Neil Walker is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
The 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. McCutchen, the runner at third. Morrison over at second. Gutu on at first with nobody out. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. And the throw's going to hold that second runner over at third, so they'll just plate the 1 here.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Into the box, Jose Reyes. That's in there, base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Pitcher's got to stay on his toes right there. You never know who in this lineup is going to pull out the old ambush. Knock to right there.
Standing in now, Mike Moustakas, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Given the situation, he's got an opportunity to break this game wide open. Set to deliver the 0-1 to first. Hosmer has it. There's one. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Up next for Pittsburgh.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. Oh-1, here's the pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. Pirates on top, 3-0. So striding forward now, number 35. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch on its way.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Cole has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
Skied into very shallow right. Stanton has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Josh.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And we get to watch one of the best right fielders in the game today. He brought home gold last year. We know a right fielder profiles as a huge offensive producer, but this guy covers a ton of ground all the way to the foul line with a strong throwing arm.
Josh Donaldson digging in now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
McCutchen is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now to the plate, Dustin Acker, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Cole gets the sign. Here's the delivery. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Morrison is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail it here 3-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and up next the left-handed power bat of Chris Davis. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. They have him played perfectly as it's hit on the ground, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So with 1 away, it's time to check out the current standings in the American League East as you get a peek at where the Orioles find themselves entering play here today. So stepping in, Carlos Santana. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to the Bucs DH.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. Here's the pitch. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. Good battle. Count remains full. And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. And this one misses to Santana, and he'll take that free pass down to first.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Standing in, Andrew McCutchen. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Here's the first pitch to him, and he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Catch made there by Hosmer, and there are 2 gone now. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big left-handed bat of Logan Morrison. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Swing and a miss at the bender, and it's even at 1-1. Morrison swings the bat and throws from the left side and stands in at 6'3". He was taken in the 22nd round back in 2005.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. 2 out with the man at first. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
High and deep down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. Again, he sends it out of play. Working for the punch out and the offering. Another one sent foul. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Taylor Gutu. He drew a walk his first time up. From the stretch. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
On the ground to the left side. And that is through into left field. A base hit. He'll come home with it. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Walker.
Here's Neil Walker as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. High in the air out to center field. Jones is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Bucks out in front, 4-0. Stepping up now, J.J. Holmes, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first two pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there's the first out.
Batting ninth.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. First pitch coming. Here it is. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. One strike now from Cole. Down the third baseline. On to Davis at first, and there are two away. Now at the plate, number 3. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And there's a base hit on a line. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
So striding in, Joe Mauer, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. Mauer, the former Royal, who was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, Matty, there's not too many guys in their mid to late 30s that are going to get more than a 1-year deal, but this guy is a veteran presence in this clubhouse and on this roster, and he has been invaluable.
He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. Did the last two batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
Now in the box, Eric Hosmer, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this.
And a strike to count. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Morrison is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Orioles get a run on the RBI double. We played 3 full. It's the Pirates 4 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in and looking for more, Jose Reyes. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Now batting, second baseman, Mike Moustakas.
At the plate, Mike Moustakas fouled off. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Now a move over to first. Runner's back. Into the box now, Giancarlo Stanton. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he made. Here's Chris Davis now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First offering on its way. Now a curveball misses inside.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
The 1-0 delivery.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Now the 2-1. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Reyes ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Here's Carlos Santana now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Santana stands just shy of 6 feet at 5'11" and bats from both sides of the plate. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Here's the 0-2. Chopped on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Pirates get a run here on the RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Pirates 5 and the Orioles 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Adam Jones.
Adam Jones.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
This is foul right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
To the plate now, number 35. As he takes a cold strike on the black, it's 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball inside.
Ball 3. 3-2 now. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. A swing and a ground ball to third. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 5-1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball here. 0-1. One and 1 to Andrew McCutchen. And he popped him up. And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
So now to the plate, Logan Morrison. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Jones is right there, 1 down. Ready once again, Taylor Gutu, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher. It's execution and location that has always been his bugaboo. And that's exactly what happened here. I know he's ahead 0-1, but he's finding the harder to plate way too often.
Now a throw over to first, and he's back in standing. Running now is McCutchen. Count is 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. He's running again. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. He'll try again, 1-2. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Running yet again for second. In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
At the plate now, Neil Walker batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Right fielder looking up into the bleachers and gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
You don't see this very often off of this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
Stepping in, Jose Reyes. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Brad Peacock gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Peacock.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. Hit out towards second. Wong has it. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. But the Pirates do get a couple here on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 7 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. One thing that concerns him is they have yet to draw a walk. He said sometimes pitchers are just on and throwing a lot of strikes, but he said they need to find a way to get base runners. Although they're seeing a lot of strikes, more discipline and patience should lead to more opportunities for free passes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
For the Orioles,
leading off the inning, Dustin Acker, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
A ball and a strike. well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
In now, J.J. Holmes. Swing and a liner. Foul. He popped out in his first trip. Here comes the 0-1. And he takes strike two.
He's in complete command of his two-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are 2 away now. Colton Wong will stand in. First pitch on its way.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Line drive to center field. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now. So he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on.
Now batting.
Well, I'm surprised by the pitcher right there going to the well for a second straight fastball. He had to feel that that hitter was on the previous pitch.
Into the box now, number 3. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. Full sets. Here comes the first pitch. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. That's inside. 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way. Finds the zone, strike 1.
2-1.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. They're down 7-1. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Mike Moustakas. He'll lead things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. Now here's the pitch.
The count is 2-1.
This is pulled into right. And Moustakas is aboard. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way. And that misses for ball one. A runner at first with no outs here. In for a strike. It's 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. On deck, the powerful Chris Davis. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Big swing for Davis now, and a ball carrying well out to right. Into the flag court and gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Now back, designated hitter.
So now Carlos Santana. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he popped him up. And this will land foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batter.
Stepping into the box, Logan Morrison. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Ground ball right into the shift. Wong is there. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. But the Pirates played 3 in the inning, all coming on this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Bucks 10 and the Orioles 1. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and digging in is the veteran DH, Joe
The
Mauer.
designated hitter, Joe Mauer.
First pitch coming, here it is.
1-0.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
Ready with the 3-0 pitch. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
The 0-1 on its way.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Check swing that time. They'll appeal down to third, and Mike Fillmore isn't buying it. It's ball 1. And he fights this one off here to foul it off to the left, and that holds the count at 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that's going to be a base hit here for Hosmer. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't, though.
Into the box, Adam Jones, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. One strike now from Cole.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Pitch is popped up. Davis will get under it to put it away just past the first base dugout, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, number 35.
Ready now for Baltimore, number 35. Are in this one. From the stretch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
The 0-2 home.
Oh.
Popped him up. Gutu moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now batting, Josh Donaldson.
Third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
First pitch on its way.
Ball one,
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Donaldson awaiting the 1-0.
Yeah.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Oriole threat goes by the wayside as the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Ready for another shot now. Taylor Gutu, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Taylor Gutu.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Now here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out. One away here for the Bucks in their half of the 7th. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native, the left-handed bat of Neil Walker.
That last AB when he hit the home run, that was a decent changeup. It was down in the zone, but one of the problems when you have a good changeup like this pitcher does, hitters go up there and they kind of look for that changeup. So he's going to have to locate it a little bit better in this upcoming at bat.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jose Reyes. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball misses here to start the at bat. It's 1-0. A 1-1 count to the Pirates leadoff hitter. 2 out, nobody on. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They hang on to their 10-1 lead. At the plate, Dustin Acker. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Moustakas is there. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. In now for the O's, J.J. Holmes. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Line shot to third base. Quick throw to first. Not in time for the double play.
Now batting, number 3.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, number 3. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First offering on its way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a ball hit in the air down the left field line. And Morrison will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Mike Moustakas. First pitch of the at-bat. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. High and away, not close. 3-0. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. Three and 1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Right about now, the manager's questioning his decision to bring this guy in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he comes to get him sooner than later.
In now, Giancarlo Stanton. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set. Here it comes. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
Nobody out, runner on first. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Into the box now, Chris Davis, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate. And
he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
3-2 pitch. Turned on down the line. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Standing in now, Carlos Santana, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Santana in front with a 2-0 count.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
The 2-0 on the way. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Good movement there, and he's not even close. 1-1.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Hit to short. Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Striding forward now is the DH, Joe Mauer. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, he's baffled by the curve that time for a strike. And he falls behind 0-2.
That ball's foul.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Eric Hosmer to the plate now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Left fielder is on the move, and he makes the catch in the corner.
The center fielder,
coming to the plate now, Adam Jones. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
At the plate, number 35. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. Popped out in foul ground. A ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The 1-2. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Morrison is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Orioles leave 1. They're down 9. It's 10-1. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the big left-handed bat of Logan Morrison. Troy Patton enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 10, Troy Patton.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Swing and a liner. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first.
Now batting, the catcher, Taylor Gutu.
To the plate now, Taylor Gutu. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike. A runner at first with no outs here. And he fouls this one off. Hit back up the middle. He's got it. Wong for 1. Over to Hosmer. A double play.
Now batting, the third baseman, Neil Walker.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next will be the switch hitting third baseman, Neil Walker. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. And Wong will make the catch to retire the side. Bucks go down quietly. They hang on to their 10-1 lead. Now at the plate, Josh Donaldson starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Probably a design. Try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
A 1-1.
Outside, that's a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball 3.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
Ready for another chance? Dustin Acker. Now here's the Pirates manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears that we've seen the last here in this one of Garrett Cole. So he'll leave after 8 strong innings as he couldn't quite make it a complete game, but he's in line for the victory nonetheless. Cody Allen takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 37, Cody Allen.
He's set and the pitch. Nobody out, runner on first. And it's 1-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a liner. Well, this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Now
coming to the plate now, J.J. Holmes. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Has a look, now the pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. The count now at 2-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
1 out and a runner on second base. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's Colton Wong now. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hit out towards second. Fielded by Moustakas. Throw to first will be in time for the final out, and the Pirates continue the roll they've been on. 7 straight victories now as this ball game is over. 10-1 the final lopsided score in this ball game. The Pittsburgh Pirates took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Garrett Cole wins his 3rd of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Dylan Bundy allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates, 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Orioles, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 28 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.